Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
On the double.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. He'll look to throw. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, these guys stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Now Carr. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Cam Akers, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader. I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of the play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete. The Falcons had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf.
Cordero Patterson, touchdown, Falcons.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, This was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Crew able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Here's Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's James. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On play action, now Carr. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Richie Grant in on the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Sliding out of the pocket, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Carr. And that will be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. These two teams all tied after one.
Set, ready.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses, also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Carr now to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. They'll find a man over the middle, 23'ATL. It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now.
One thing you're looking for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
2nd and 9 now. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down. They'll drop to throw. And complete to Drake London. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Hitting London coming across the field. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th. Koo knocks this one through the post, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Credit that sack to D'Angelo Malone. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To throw his Carr. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And the slot man goes in motion left.
29, 637. 9.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing now is Carr. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Bo Melton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Here we go. Back. 52.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's got his man, London, right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Throws right back to London, complete again. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will do it for this 1st half. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the 2nd half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A give up the middle to Akers. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down they go. Jarrett. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. Carr going to throw. And that is incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half. Still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
This is taken at about the 14. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. They find some open field here. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 98 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. Got his man. It's London. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll set up a throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Shotgun now for Carr. Going up top for Kupp. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
They'll run for it with Akers. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 33 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now Arthur Smith going to tell the offense to stay put. We're going for 2. Ritter will throw for it. Forced out to his left. And it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us. No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
3 quarters in the books. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Carr. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Carr. Going up top for Kupp. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
A big play coming now for the Rams as they'll go for 2. Carr will look to throw. And he'll get in as they're back within a score now. The lead's down to 7. And that almost makes it a brand-new ball game. Now it's a one-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the two-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their two-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the Rams are right back in this football game.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now after the INT, it's Carr.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down.
And he will find Atwell. That's complete.
Touchdown!
To Atwell.
48 yards.
And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Fielded right around the 8.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Patterson running between the tackles. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down in a nice little gain. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. He'll look to throw. Rolling to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Here's Carr to throw.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a play fake. Carr. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Carr. James has got it. Complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running on 1st down with Gaskin. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Here's Carr.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Throwing his Carr. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down, because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you could punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson.
118 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Again, Patterson. Oh, and that one well designed, as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Straight ahead, Patterson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about it if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock.
Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker.
The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Falcons are going to win